Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Legend of Zelda for the NES. A game that needs no introduction, I'm sure, so let's just dive right in. Now, this being a Zelda game, we've obviously got to go with Link. Call it unoriginal or whatever, but I tend to just go with the main character's canon name whenever it comes to that sort of thing. Even if it's just a save file name, like in Mario RPG. Mario's name is Mario no matter what you put in there, but I still always just name the file Mario nonetheless. So let's start off, meet the old man, and get the sword. Everybody knows how to start Zelda, so this is no surprise to anybody. A bit of a confession though before we get too far into this. While I'm fighting these moblins, I'll just explain that I actually already recorded this a bit earlier. But I forgot to hit the record button on the device, and as I was talking about that, I just looked over to make sure I was actually recording this time. So, this isn't an entirely fresh run. This kid just tells me what I need to get the raft. So, I already did this a few hours ago, and I'm having to redo it, but the plus side is that I basically already know exactly what I need to do. I need to get some bombs and some rupees so I can buy the power bracelet to move a boulder so I can get out of this first area of the game. So hopefully that will go smoothly now that I already know what I'm doing. Now, of course, most of you wouldn't need a refresher course on the game to do that. You would just know exactly what you need to do to get to Kakariko Village outside the Hyrule field by moving the rock. But truth be told, I'm really not that much of a Zelda guy. I've played most of the games, but I haven't beaten very many of them. The only Zelda games I've ever beaten have been Ocarina of Time and Zelda 2, because, well, Ocarina of Time I beat because at the time it was a game that all my friends and I were really into. It was a hot topic for just discussing things. We were talking about it all the time, playing it all the time, and so I got through the game mostly because of that. Ooh, a fairy. As opposed to what I recall, from what I recall, the fairies healed you ever since the first Zelda game, but I guess in this one they give you rupees for answering questions? And I actually need rupees, so let's just get through this stuff real quick. I also commented before about Link, how they just made him look like a total nerd in the original game. I'm really glad that they updated his appearance in the future titles to make him look a bit more heroic. Alright, so we've got everything we need to get the power bracelet. Now I just need to remember how to get there. I could have sworn it was down here, but maybe I'm mistaken or maybe I overlooked something, but I was positive. Oh, right, it's right here. I think there was also... Oh, wait. Was that the... No, that wasn't the power bracelet. That was the other sword. I think the power bracelet was this way. Through this room with all these bombs. They really want to stock you up early so you have everything you need to find all the secrets and whatnot. Yeah, the power bracelet was past here. That's right. Guarded by Aquamentus. So I just gotta beat him real quick. Oh boy. These fireballs are... Ah! I don't remember Aquamentus being this difficult. This went much more smoothly during the last recording attempt, but at least I'm getting lots of rupees. Get over here. Got him. Didn't even need to use that bomb. Yeah, this old man gives me the power bracelet, one of the 6 pieces of the Triforce that we need to progress through the game. So yeah, I explained why I beat Ocarina of Time I've also beaten Zelda 2. The only other Zelda game I've even gotten close to beating was Link's Awakening, which I would have beaten way back in the day, but I ran into a game-breaking glitch near the end of the game, and I just could not, for the life of me, find a way to bypass it. Basically, I think it was Dungeon 7, where there was a, the puzzles involved this iron ball that you had to knock around to break stuff. Or at least I think that was what you had to do. And, that was just an upgraded sword we grabbed there, for those not in the know. But I'm gonna stick with what I have right now because it swings faster, and so far all the enemies die in one hit anyway, so increased attack power isn't going to help. But yeah, Link's Awakening, I ran into this bug where the rock, or the the iron ball that you need got stuck inside a wall, and no matter what I did, I could not dislodge it. I tried leaving the dungeon, I tried walking far away, I tried dying, I tried all this stuff, but it was just locked in that spot. So I had to start a new game to even have a chance of finishing the game. And by time I got roughly about back to where I was before, I just didn't care anymore. I was kind of tired of the game by that point. But it was impressive that the game even retained my attention for that long, because usually, unless a game is a turn-based RPG or multiplayer... Can I... oh, I can blow up these ones. Here's some free bombs. I actually didn't go this way this time, so let's see what's up here real quick. More moblins. But yeah, so... yeah, unless something's like a... I don't think that's leading anywhere. Unless a game is turn-based or multiplayer, they tend to not retain my attention for excessively long periods of time. Usually I'll get bored with the game, especially in the case of Zelda. Here's the rock I need to push out of the way to move on to Kakariko Village, where I'll start running into faster-moving moblins, and there's also some Octoroks up ahead that will start placing boulders down to impede my progress. So, what was I talking about? I don't even care about the fairy right now, until I know I need rupees, I'm not gonna worry about that. So, I lost my train of thought. I was talking about, oh right. So, most Zelda games just don't hold my attention long enough for me to beat them. I've played Twilight Princess, but that game, I liked it for a while, but the main draw to the game for me was okay, it goes to the next screen. Was the Wolf Link. As I think I said in an Okami blah blah blah. Why? I feel like I'm having a difficult time talking because I'm trying to force out everything that I talked about in the original recording of this, rather than just letting everything flow naturally. But as I believe I explained in one of the Okami videos, I like games where you don't play as human characters. Generally speaking, I'm not a fan of playing as humans in games. Just the idea of being stuck as a human in a setting of unlimited possibilities just bores me. And because of that, I was drawn to the idea of Wolf Link, which was the main thing I was excited for in Twilight Princess. So when that just amounted to a gimmick where that form didn't even have any upgrades, while all the upgrades, all the items and everything still just focused around your normal form, I quickly lost interest in the game. I believe it was about at the Water Temple when I stopped, and I just didn't have any more interest in progressing onward. So, yeah. And then there's Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword was fun. I really enjoy- oh, I need a key for this. You'll need to find a key to unlock this door. Yeah. So I need to find a key for that. But Skyward Sword, I really enjoyed the gameplay and the touch, or the motion mechanics, but the game was just too, farmy. I don't like crafting systems. All crafting systems do is add extra tedium to the acquisition of items that in any other game is just a matter of getting the items and then moving on. Having to craft items just makes things take longer than they have any reason to. So I just don't get the appeal of crafting systems whatsoever. They're tedious and not fun. So as that started to become more and more important in Skyward Sword, I quickly lost interest and just stopped playing. And the same sort of thing happens with most Zelda games. They don't hold my attention. I get bored before I beat them. Even in the case of Ocarina of Time, the only reason it didn't happen with that game was because all my friends and I were playing it basically side by side. There's the Octoroks I mentioned before. Last time I arrived at Kakariko Village, I went this way first. And then that was about when I ended the video, so I don't really know too much about what's around here. Here's a sword upgrade, though, so now I can swing my sword faster. I don't really see why I would want to spend rupees on those bombs, though. I have 57 bombs just from collecting them. I don't see why I would have any need to purchase them. In fact, I didn't try this before, but... Okay, I can't outrun them, but maybe if I take them out... Enemies seem to stay dead, so if I do that, maybe then the barricade will be passable. Run, Link! Alright, progress. Slowly making progress, which is good, because the fact that this game is so cryptic is one of the reasons I never beat it, and I don't mind cryptic games. I've beaten Metroid, but I felt like at least with Metroid, the process of elimination for getting further made more sense, I guess you could say. That was pretty rad, I have to admit. And I just completely screwed up his pathfinding. Nintendo really didn't test those guys very well. Oh, this town is annoying. This is what happens when you let your town be overrun by moblins and Octoroks. All hell starts breaking loose. Come here. Okay, I can get past that. I just have to start on the other side. Charge! I hope I get the Pegasus boots soon. That would be extremely useful for getting past those guys. I could see Octoroks being unpassable later, like maybe there's one in particular that's impossible to get past without being able to move faster, or maybe having an item that can destroy the barricades. What's this way? Oh, we're getting into deeper Kakariko Village. I don't remember that actually, is this a bomb wall? That looks like a bomb wall. Nope. Oh, this door. Gotta keep an eye out for secrets. Never know where you might find a health upgrade or a shield, which I still don't have a shield. Although I haven't really been fighting enemies that would require a shield, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. But I can grab this piece of heart. Oh no, that was a full heart container. My bad. So yeah, there's really not a whole lot to say other than what I already said in regards to Zelda and myself. Hello, sir. Hey, Sonny, you'll need the helmet and the boots to cross. Okay, so the Pegasus boots are in this game. I just need to find them. And they're not in there. Oh, what is this? Just a whole stampede of Tektites blazing around. You have to find some. I'll probably need the Pegasus boots for that as well. These guys. But yeah, I don't really have a whole lot more to say about Zelda. Other than what I said, other than the fact that I'm not that into it. I recognize them as being good games, they're just not for me. I get bored before finishing them. I haven't even bothered giving, I haven't even bothered giving, what's it called? Breath of the Wild a shot because, in addition to not being that keen on Zelda games, I also don't really care that much for open world titles, so that has been something that I've just ignored despite the fact that I have a Switch, so I could play it. What is the point of this maze? Can I blow this up? No. I think I might have just done it wrong. I either did that completely wrong because I can't tell which blocks are which, or I need some sort of item to get through there. Or maybe I come through from the other side. Oh, a temple! Welcome to the Temple of Time. You can always find help here. Finding the breastplate of righteousness would really help. It is in a locked room in the downtown area. Alright, so I learned where... That's weird. But I learned where some new armor is. I just need to find downtown, and then I could get stronger. It's kind of strange that there wasn't a person there to tell me that. I feel like walking out there would be a terrible idea. I need to find the Pegasus boots. It's kind of hard to commentate, also, I feel like, when it's a game I'm not that familiar with, because, like I said, I can never really get very far in this game. Even when I pick it up nowadays, I feel like I can never even remember so much as how to get to the first dungeon. I never owned the original Zelda growing up. I had the second one. I had Zelda 2 and I really liked that, and I had rented the first Zelda game a few times, but I never really got very far except for one time when I was using a Nintendo Power. But even then, I never beat it. Even using Nintendo Power, I eventually got stuck and couldn't figure out where to go. So that's just how hopeless I am in the first game. So forgive me if I'm wasting time wandering around while everybody in the comments is just shouting at me, telling me exactly where I need to go, because they know this game by heart. Because I don't know it that well. So I'm just kind of taking it all in as I go. Trying to figure it out. Maybe I do need to figure out that maze in that one place. But you know what? We've made some good progress, so we're gonna end it here. As usual, if you enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. The fuck you mean this isn't Zelda?